Hi golfers, Nick here from Nick Taylor Golf. It's Friday, so welcome to another lesson on golf tips. This week on golf tips, we're going to be discussing the grid. How do you shape shots using the stack and tilt golf swing? A question I get asked quite a lot is, how do you shape the golf ball both ways using the stack and tilt golf swing? You get some golfers that like to move the ball left to right, some like to move it right to left, and a lot of golfers may be put off by watching the stack and tilt golf swings on my videos that I only hit a draw shot. Well, that is kind of true because that's kind of my standard shot, and the standard shot in the stack and tilt golf swing does promote a draw which starts right and curves back left towards the target. But if I want to hit a fade, there is a way to do it, and today we're going to talk about the grid and how we can shape the ball if we need to shape it a bit more or a bit less, or if we need to shape it both ways. So we're going to explain that today. You may have seen other videos talking about the golf swing and how the club doesn't move up and down the target line. So I've got the orange stick there representing the target line. So the club doesn't move up and down that. It actually moves inwards in the backswing and inwards in the follow through on an arc. So these clubs here represent, first of all, the club head. So this outside club here represents the path of the club head. So as it moves backwards into the backswing, the club head will move inwards. This club here represents the hands. So the same thing, as the club head moves in, the hands move in as well. So we don't want to see the club head move in, but the hands move out. We want them both to move in at the same degree. And the same on the follow through. The club head and the hands should move inwards in the follow through. So you can see there, the club head and the hands should move around the body in an arc. So I've set down some golf balls here in different positions. And before we go into that, I'm just going to discuss this club here. This club represents the point where the club head will start changing direction. So that is kind of like the center point of the golf swing. And that's measured by the left arm and the club. That is the center point. Once the club gets in line with the shoulder, it will start moving to the left. So from this angle, the club's moving inwards, still inwards. Once it gets in line with that shoulder, it will start moving inwards again. So that's kind of like the tangent point, the point where the club will start moving in a different direction. So these golf balls are set along in different positions, and the standard shot for stack and tilt is a draw. So the ideal ball position for that would be 3 balls back from the center of the golf swing. So 3 balls back from the left shoulder, because at that point that club is still traveling slightly from in to out, just enough to promote a draw. If I wanted to hit the biggest draw, I would use the ball at the back of the grid here to promote an even more degree swing into out. If I wanted to hit the ball from right to left, I'd use a ball in front of the left shoulder, so a ball in front. So at that point, the club has started to change direction and will be moving to the left. So I'm going to hit a couple of shots here. So I'm going to start off with a standard shot. I'm going to line my body square to the target. My left heel is going to be against this club on the ground here, so basically measuring where my left shoulder is. So left heel against that club. And I'm going to do my normal swing for each of these shots here. So the standard shot, this should be a tiny draw, sort of push draw, my standard golf shot. So set up, body parallel to the target, club face slightly open to the target, because I want that ball to start right. So roughly that pylon and distance is square to where I'm aiming here. So I want to be starting this golf ball just right at that pylon, hopefully see it draw back. Okay, so hopefully you saw that on the camera. That one started on the pylon and then just drew just left of it. So if I want to play the ball with the most into out swing path, if I'd really needed to hook one around a tree or whatever it is, if I wanted to play a swing with more into out, I'll play the ball towards the back of my stance now. So the left heel's still in the same place. However, this time I'm making sure I open the club face a tiny bit more. It's quite important. So I know the ball I'm going to be hitting into out. So I'll need to make sure the ball starts right. So I'm going to open the face a tiny bit more here. Same swing, but the ball's further back. So it does feel a bit strange having it this far back, but there is a place for this shot sometimes. Okay, hopefully you saw that on the camera. That shot there went a little bit lower, but it started further right of the first ball, and I drew a lot more than the first ball. So in both cases, the ball just finished left of the pylon. The first one started at it, the second one started right of it, and they both finished just to the left. So I'm going to play the ball now in front of the left shoulder. And I know with this ball here, it's generally I'm going to be swinging slightly from out to in. So I need to make sure this ball starts left. So I'm going to still aim my feet the same. That club's going to be on my left heel. This time I'm just going to close the club face slightly to the target. So I want this ball to start left and hopefully get it fading back towards the target. So let's give it a go. Okay, pretty good. So hopefully you saw that on the camera there. That ball started left of the pylon, started to fade back in towards it. So I've hit 3 shots there, all with different amount of curves on the ball. I feel most comfortable playing that first shot, which is the standard shot, where the ball is 3 balls behind the centre, and that gives me a tiny draw. I know if I really need to hook one around a corner or whatever it is, I can play the ball at the back of my stance to promote a more into outswing. And I know if I need to fade one, so I need to start it left and curve it to the right, I'll play the ball a bit more forward in my stance. So you can see there how the grid works. So I appreciate that's quite complicated. So if you've got any questions on that, feel free to post in the box below, or you can catch me on other social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. This week on Golf Tips, we're going to be talking about aiming. We're going to be discussing the cone, not this cone, although this cone is pretty good. How can we use the cone to help you hit better golf shots?